articles or blogs of, boy, isn't it great that Dan Gilbert brought back LeBron and brought in Kevin Love and he isn't going to charge the Cavs fans that have dealt with it. That's not true, and I don't know where that impression came across, because as people are finding out with these single-game tickets out there are increases, and the secondary market, there are huge, incredible upgrades, and if you think that he's stopping now, you're nuts. They're going to minimize the raises this year. But, brother, in 4 years, the average price of a Cavaliers ticket is going to triple on face value. I guarantee you that. So I laugh because I'm like, that's not true. He didn't do this. I mean, yeah, maybe he's going to try to give the fans a gift of a cheaper first season, but you can bet that that same salary flexibility LeBron's keeping so that he can add another $10 million a year to his salary, that's coming out of somewhere, and it's going to come out of every season, the increases here. But some Cavs fans were then surprised last Friday when the lottery came out and they went to buy single game tickets, and they're like, boy, Cavs tickets have gone up. Well, that's the price you pay when you're putting a $90 million Jumbotron or whatever, however much that thing is costing, that they're putting up $9 million scoreboard that the Syntax is paying for. And by the way, we'll talk about it on a different day, but that kind of bothers me that extended Syntax thing was put together so that these teams could put together a list of all the cool things that they want to add to their building and not have to pay for it.
Yeah, well, bottom line, the fan always loses, and the biggest indicator to me is something we talked about last week, and that is the price of a Cavs ticket on the road. Most like all the teams in the West, they only get to see the Cavs one time a year, and if you're going out, if you're a Clippers fan or if you're a Portland Trailblazers fan or whatever, and you're going to go to one NBA game, you're going to trot out and you're going to buy a ticket for when the Cavs are coming to town, and those tickets right now are averaging $400 to see the Cavs on the road, and that's not the best seat in the house. That's average, and it's just incredible what one player has done to those numbers for what it costs to see the Cleveland Cavaliers when they come to town.
And like I said, I had gotten some people that hit me up over the weekend, and I got a quote here. Len Komorowski said, "We've tried to be very conscious to treat our fans with the same degree of respect and integrity as we did when we were in rebuilding mode." But again, while that applies to the season ticket holders who this season did not get a big raise of tickets, it's definitely already hit the secondary market, and it's coming next season to the Cavaliers across the board. On the secondary market, like you brought up, $400 average ticket price for the road games. Well, on StubHub, even for the home games, right now, the average Cavaliers ticket price is $184. That's a $100 increase from last season. And in some secondary markets, the average Cavs ticket price is at $420, which is near the road value, a 250% increase since the season before. And you know what? Looking at the Heat, and I did this in the offseason, and this is something for Cavaliers business people to keep an eye on, because the same thing happened in Miami. When LeBron went to Miami for the first season, they actually hired more season ticket salesmen because the demand was just so much. And once they sold out 2 years in a row, their full inventory, they didn't just sell out 2 years in a row, but they had such a waiting list that they knew that the season tickets were sold for 4 years in a row. They laid off 75% of the season ticket staff because they had no need for them, because the tickets were not only sold but sold years in advance. So
and selling themselves, basically.
Yeah, that's something to watch out for,
I don't
too.
always like to bring up questions that I don't have the answers for, but I did see just a headline. I didn't read any further. That Gilbert was going to, quote-unquote, war against the ticket brokers. What is the story behind that? Have you heard anything about that? You must be talking about this secondary market that you're talking about.
Well, yeah, he's got flash seats, which is the team-controlled marketplace there. But on flash seats, you can't charge. I don't know about this because I don't use it all the time. Am I wrong or right? On flash seats, you can only sell the tickets for face value, right?
I believe that's right, yeah.
Yeah, you can't make an uptick where you can on StubHub or whatnot. And I understand his argument on that, because if Although at the same time, many business owners of sports teams use the secondary market to price their tickets, and that's where ticket increases come from, because the Cavs realize, well, if the local marketplace can absorb $184 average ticket price on the secondary market, then
I'm not charging enough money. Yeah,
right. They're not going to. Yeah. So, but I agree that Dan Gilbert should target that, and if you want to go after some fan appreciation, don't go after it for yourself, just go after it in general. But that's out there somewhere, that wiggle room in the market. Some of that is going to change when the Cavs increase their tickets. But yeah, I mean, think about that. I mean, and that money is not even going, not that the players need our sympathy, but that money is not going to players. It's not going to anything that has to do with the team. That's just some guy who had enough volume to buy a large amount of tickets, and he's just cleaning up. So,
yeah,
if nothing else, it's gonna,
right?
Yeah, exactly. It's an investment. I've got two friends that did the same thing. They bought one set of season tickets for themselves and a second set of season tickets simply so that they can pay for their season tickets with the ones that they sell, and then their profit is all going to come off of the playoff run because they are already counting the money that they will be able to charge for playoff tickets. So,
more power to them. If that's what makes America great.
Free marketplace. Free marketplace.
The chase for money. Yeah.
But I'd love to hear more. I'd love to talk to Dan Gilbert more about what his plan would be to attack that. I mean, yeah, you can bring more attention to flash seats and let people know that there is and I guess that would be part of it. The more attention you bring to it, the more people realize that I can go find tickets at face value. There is a place. Every game, there's hundreds, if not thousands of people that cannot go to that game, So, but I mean, other than awareness of flash sheets, I don't know how you can't shut down StubHub. I mean, you can't stop them from selling the tickets. It's legal what they're doing. So I don't know what he could do.
Well, the only thing you can count on for sure is that they're going to, the prices are going to inflate, and with no end in sight, because there's demand for them, and that's the way economics work. So it'll be fun to watch, and every 41 regular season nights are going to be happening down on East 4th Street and downtown Cleveland, and that's what you're really going for. And if that breathes some life into downtown, I'm all for it.
Absolutely. And you know what? The reverse effect here is, and this will show you the difference in Miami as a marketplace and Cleveland. LeBron left, and they've retooled things in Miami. Ticket prices this season were only reduced on average $15 per ticket from last year. So look at the difference. The average Cavaliers ticket is up $100 a game on StubHub from last year with the addition of LeBron and Kevin Love. The subtraction of LeBron and Miami only reduced their ticket prices $15. Now, I think that they may find that they may have to do another reduction next year, as that may not be enough to appease the fans. They did replace him with Luol Deng, though. More power to him. So I don't know if the fans paying $184 or $200 a ticket will see Luol Deng swapped out for LeBron James as the same, but that's something they'll have to find out. But I thought that was interesting, the percentage difference in the increase from us and their decrease, respectively.
Yeah, and I think maybe if they're looking at Luol Deng as the savior of their situation down there, they might have to rethink that too. But maybe Miami would just go back to being that horrible sports town that it's always been.
Absolutely.
I'm sure the loyalty of the Heat fans and the following they built up will linger on for a few more seasons. But I think they'll probably just revert back to form to being Miami Marlins fans again.
Miami Marlins fans, yeah, I'll tell you, the funniest, I love some of those memes that people make, I don't like, but some of them are so original. And after LeBron came to Cleveland, I had a fan send me the funniest one of the offseason. It was, I don't know if you saw that movie with Tom Hanks, where the Somalian pirates took over the boat that he was on. But
no.
Well, anyways, it was just, it was funny. And, but the one guy is facially very much resembled Chris Bosh, the one actor in the movie. So somebody cut out a scene, and the line that everybody heard on the commercials was, I am your captain now. And he said it with the accent. But anyways, this guy cut that out and put Chris Bosh's face on it, and it had Dwayne Wade sitting next to him, and it was like, LeBron's gone. I am the captain now. And I'm like, I could just say, hey, man, Chris Bosh's team now. Let's see how far the Velociraptor can lead the Miami Heat this year. I do think that Miami's going to be tougher than people think. They're going to be a top 4 or 5 seed in the Eastern Conference, even without LeBron, I do think. And Norris Cole's going to get a chance to shine down there at point guard. All right, Dan Wismar, fun time catching up with you. A lot to talk about, amazingly, considering there was no Browns game yesterday. Man, I don't know what we're doing, spending all this time talking about the Indians. But
lots of stuff to talk about. Well, I'll preview the Maryland Terrapins on Wednesday. And, look forward to being with you then, Jerry.
All right, Dan, you have a good one. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan, thank you for joining us. Extended show. Hey, when we come back after a 3-day weekend, we've got a 3-hour sports fix coming your way. Final break coming up next. When we come back, we'll set the stage for tomorrow. Talk a little bit about the other things that happened over the weekend. Derek Jeter, let me tell you, I'm not even the biggest Derek Jeter fan, and I'm not El Capitan. I've got respect for him, but I'm not over the top with it. But, man, you couldn't write it. You couldn't write it any differently than the way it went down this weekend. We'll talk about the final weekend that was home and away for Derek Jeter. Playoffs getting set there. We'll set the stage for you. Monsters, they're at it tomorrow. Camp starts. Don't go anywhere. Final segment of the Sports Fix coming your way next.
To the Sports Fix if you want to be my lover.
Hey guys, before we go to the break, I want to talk to you a little bit again about our good friends at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, some of the hottest fights in the world today. Each and every one of their huge events, Harry Buffalo is one of the few places in Northeast Ohio you can go there and watch each and every UFC fight at the Harry Buffalo. And let me tell you, I've been there. The people are out the door. They are to the rafters. It is one of the craziest environments for some UFC fights. Wing Mondays, they've got great deals on wings and drinks, and every day of the week there's a different special, a different deal. And don't forget the Bison Burger, the unbelievable. It is the combination of a fantastic burger and eating healthy combined into one unbelievable sandwich. You have got to get a Bison Burger while you're there. So whatever you're looking for, whatever day of the week, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sundays, there's something for you at the Harry Buffalo North Olmsted, just outside Great Northern Mall. Check them out today. Harry Buffalo, join the herd.
It's an addiction. The Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Ohio knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Whether it's an oil change or a new set of tires, Quick Lane at Valley Ford Truck has you covered for your car care needs. They're your neighborhood quick service experts. They also offer a low price tire guarantee. Choose from 13 brands, and if you find the same tires at a lower price within 30 days, Quick Lane at Valley Ford will refund the difference. 5715 Canal Road, right under the 480 bridge in Valley View. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane. QuickLane.com/Valley Ford Truck.
This is the Sports Fix
What is your name?
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or duder or, El Duderino.